Welcome to another episode of HTFC. As you can tell by the title, today we're doing our second hot takes episode. So us three have thought of some hot takes. We've brought them together, and then we'll raise our hands if we agree. Like after I read out the hot take, if we agree, we'll raise our hand. If we don't, we'll keep it down, and then we'll decide if the hot take passes or fails. Okay. So
Cool.
on the table, obviously, you have me, Thomas, as your host. Trey's your co-host, and Paxton is here as well.
Yay.
All right.
Alright, bro.
Sally. All right, so let's just get right into this. So, if PSG didn't have Dembele, they would have been knocked out of the Champions League in the league stage.
Yeah, 100%.
So raise your hand.
Hand raised.
Put your hand down. Yeah, put it down, Paxton. I don't agree. Neither do I.
Really?
They have other solid strikers.
Yeah, you could make that argument, but Dembele's been like...
Okay, Kvara can play striker. Put Kvara, Scilia, striker, and then you have Barcola can play left wing. He wasn't even there in the league stage.
Was he?
But still, Ramos is good.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that star-studded quality like Dembele does.
Yeah, they're not quite at the same level. I'm not saying that they're equivalent, but like, if they have a good enough team where even I feel like they would at least make it to the Liverpool game without Dembele. Yeah, they probably would have gotten out.
The reason I said it is because he's a main engine. Like, he's just running that team. He's leading the team.
Yeah, but they could
and so
won.
But
I think they could have still won.
It definitely would have been close. Don't get me wrong. It would have been close. But if they didn't have Dembele, I believe they would have not advanced in the league stage.
Really?
Really?
Really? Really?
Really?
But they're not competing against other giants in League One.
What do you mean?
Or like the league stage.
No, I'm meaning like Champions League stage.
Okay. But still, they're a good enough team.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Not in the Champions League.
Why not?
You have
Dembele. Yes, Dembele is the heart of the team. He's their top scorer. You know, he's their main man for sure. But you just have enough good players. Even when Dembele doesn't play, they're still winning games 7-0. A few months ago, they literally won a match 7-0, and Dembele didn't even play.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I feel like it would be close in Champions League if they didn't have Dembele. Like, it would definitely be close.
Paxton, you're basically saying that if Liverpool didn't have Mo Salah this season, then they wouldn't have finished first in the Champions League.
And that's true.
I guess that's fair.
He's a main goal scorer.
They wouldn't have finished first, but they definitely would have.
He bags
still
assists.
Done it.
He starts attacks. That's exactly what Dembele does.
Well, I just want to say, it was Nuno Mendes locking Mo Salah up, not Dembele.
That's true.
That's true.
But
they would have made it. They would have made it, bro. They would have made it.
I don't believe so.
Yes, they would have.
I don't believe so.
They would have made it.
I don't believe so.
I believe it. They would have. They would have. Like, again, they have a good enough team. Like, their midfield is solid, and their defense is solid.
They do. Okay.
Okay.
You guys have overturned my decision. I think. Okay. Yeah. They'd advance.
Even Hakimi and Nuno Mendes scores.
Yeah, I guess that's true. They got Nuno Mendes. They got Vitinha. Okay.
I think they still could have beaten Aston Villa too. Well, that was close.
That was pretty close.
But I still think they could have done it. Because at that point, then they do have Kvara. You can still play Barcola.
And they do have, what's his name, Scilia?
Yeah, Kvara. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. And then,
sorry,
Desiree Doué, man. What a wonder kid.
Next Neymar.
Yeah, he is. He's the next Neymar, bro. If he doesn't start for France, bro, in the next World Cup, I'm going to crash out.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed. That's for sure.
Where's he going to play? Left wing, right wing?
That's true.
Yeah, put him there.
Anywhere.
Mbappe plays left wing. France, top 3. Plays right wing. Yeah, and Dembele right wing, Mbappe striker, Desiree Doué on the left.
I
feel
could see
you can't
that.
go wrong with
Yeah, I
that.
could see that.
And if you really wanted to, you could put Dembele striker, Mbappe on left, and Desiree Doué on the right wing.
Yeah.
As long as you don't put Mbappe on the right, you're good. So, all right,
That's
so
cruel.
that hot take is a fail. So I'm just going down the list. So Paxton submitted all of his first, so we're gonna go through all of this.
Oh
So the
my!
next one,
No
Manchester
randomizer.
United will have a standout season next year.
Coming from a Liverpool fan.
They won't.
No, I
They
said
have
they
to,
will.
I think they have to make.
Did
I
I
think
not?
Man U will have a standout season next year.
They will.
I think I'm 50-50. They have to be really smart with their signings.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying like they'll have a standout season because if they sign the right players, they're gonna pop off.
Exactly.
Because right now they are bottom of the bin, trash monkey.
I know they don't
They're
have like
not
anybody
playing good.
You know, they need an actual striker and maybe some wingers too.
Yeah.
Like Bruno Fernandes, bro.
Even maybe a center back or two in there.
Maybe even a goalkeeper in there.
Yes, they need a goalkeeper. So bad.
Yeah,
I feel like
get Onana out of here.
I feel
Sign
like
Andre Lunin for goal. Sell everybody you don't need. Bruno Fernandes, give him the space he wants.
give him everything at this point.
Literally, just
He's like running the team. Right
exactly.
now.
Without Bruno Fernandes, you don't win a game.
Yeah, they're trash.
Did they start him against Wolves?
Maybe.
You need to build the team around
Let's see.
him.
Interesting.
Did they?
No, they didn't. They didn't start Bruno Fernandes, and they lost against Wolves. Which, had they had started Bruno Fernandes, I think they could have won that.
At least 2-1. At least.
Yeah, exactly. And Lyon, Bruno Fernandes was doing really good in those two games. You know, great player. I think Manchester United has a lot of potentials. They have a lot of room to grow, but right now in their current standings, the players just don't have that space and area to go. So say they get a striker who can actually finish and a winger who can actually dribble
And some
successfully.
defenders who can actually defend.
Exactly.
And they're a good team. Simple as that.
Exactly. Are they top 5?
Top 5? I don't think so.
I think if they're top 5, they have
mid-table to the top for sure. They're in that area, but I don't think
they won't be as close to the relegation zone as they are right now.
Exactly.
So they'll do really good. I think they need to bring in a lot of new modern stars, and I think honestly, there's a lot of really good options out there. Because most of the time they're playing a 3-4-2-1, right? If you have Bruno Fernandes in this attacking role, Casemiro's not actually that bad. You could keep him in here, in one of those center mids, and then that right attacking midfielder, if you could get a Bueno in there, they would pop off.
They would go crazy, to be fair. Yeah.
Honestly, because if they had an attack that wasn't letting the other team get up the field so much, then honestly, the defense wouldn't even need to do all that, you know?
Yeah, and I do feel that, in Mbuemo, he needs to get off that Brentford team and get on a bigger
he's so
team.
good.
Everyone sleeps on him. I don't know why, but if you look at the Premier League Team of the Week, he made it, and he was the MVP of the team. He was 9.3. I checked the stats, and he just produces day after day after day for Brentford.
And Brentford has a really good striker too.
Exactly. What's his name?
I'm spacing on it right now. It's embarrassing.
So am I. Frick. But him and the striker.
Yeah, Wisa. 3 goals and 16 assists.
Him and Wisa, incredible. Seriously.
Brentford's underrated, honestly.
I'm saying remarkable.
You have Damsgaard with 10 assists and 2 goals. For an attacking midfielder, that's what you want. That's good, you know. Brentford is good, but I feel like a good player who's in his prime right now, Wisa and Bueno, someone else could use him. Arsenal, obviously they need a striker, right?
True.
They could bring in Wisa and they could do so good. Because really Arsenal's entire problem right now is they don't have a striker.
And it's kind of Liverpool's problem too. We don't really have a striker either because Nunez sucks. I guess. Yeah, Dookie. And Diego Jota's always injured. So I feel like if Arsenal or Man U wanted to sign a player from Brentford, they could do it, and they bring a lot of heat to that team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think standout is maybe like a little too much. I feel like that's a little exaggeration, but I would say Man U will have a much better season next year than they will this year. So I
Yeah,
agree.
that's fair.
I agree.
I agree.
So that one passes.
Yes. I'm trying to go 3 for 5 here.
What do you mean 3 for 5?
Like
You could
I'm
go
like,
4 for 5.
No, just 3 for 5. Keep it mid.
All right. Real Madrid will have too many egos next season and will crumble.
100%. 100%. I believe so. Just listen to me, guys. You guys have the likes of Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo, Bellingham, heck, Valverde, heck, you're gonna sign Trent. You're all their egos. They have strong egos. You know, Trent, he's always the playmaker. Bellingham, he's always the playmaker. So how are those two gonna fit together in a team?
Valverde's always a playmaker.
Exactly. Three.
Valverde and Bellingham fit together pretty good.
Ooh, got you there.
But
Rodrigo's always a playmaker.
Also,
He fits. Well, Rodrigo's a key player to get the ball down the field. If you pick a Real Madrid player that's like, yeah, we're 30 yards from our goal. We need someone that can dash, get up the field, make smart passes, make smart dribbles. Rodrigo's there.
Yeah, dude.
well, yeah, Rodrigo's there, but I'm just trying to say your guys' egos are going to get in the way of your actual team play, and it's going to mess
That's how it
things up.
was this season. But I think with
This
the new,
season?
Yeah.
I think your team just sucks right now. I'm going to give it
I think our
cold hard
defense
truth.
sucks. I don't think
Defense
I think
sucks.
Our defense sucks.
Midfield
We have
kind of
we
sucks.
Have, we have
sometimes.
1.5 good defenders. We have Raul Asensio and Rudiger, and he's the half because really he's kind of
He can be good and bad at the same time. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he bottles easy games for no reason. I feel like sometimes he struggles for no reason. But when he's at his best, like he's good. Like last year, shutting down Erling Haaland in the Champions League, bro. Like that's a center defender. So like, if you get Rudiger back to his like full potential, have Raul Asensio there, and as soon as you get Trent, you're good. Fran Garcia is underrated. I honestly think Fran Garcia should be starting over Ferland Mendy. Yeah, he's not as good on that defensive side, but like he's a much better attacker than Ferland Mendy, and he gets back. Like sometimes they're like, oh, Fran Garcia, that's a silly mistake, But he's still young. Train him. He won't make that same mistake next year, So once you fix that defense, I really think they're good because they're a passing-based team, and right now they're just getting into the fits of it. And Real Madrid is a team that relies on making key passes in their defense to shift and move up, And right now their defense is dookie.
Yeah, I do feel that. Right now, it's a passing period for them right now. They're trying to fit everyone in the right places, right? Carlo Ancelotti's probably going to get sacked. So they're going to have to...
Probably. This is his last...
Sorry. He's going to get sacked.
Xabi Alonso.
And I think the new manager will struggle trying to fit a Trent or another big ego that you guys will probably sign over the summer into the team with everyone else.
See, I just don't think so because we've done it in the past. Like big egos have been a thing. Like I think I talked to you about this like a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Like remember that front three? You had Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale.
And also
And
that
then
was
even
Zinedine's
Isco
idea.
sometime.
And Barca has also done it with Messi, Suarez, Neymar.
Rafinha has a huge ego,
That's true.
and they're fitting into the team, and they're also a passing-based team.
Is it just Rafinha, though? I think it's just Rafinha, no? Who's the other big one? Lewandowski? I don't think so. Lamal?
He's ball hungry. I think he wants the ball any second.
He's hungry. I don't think he has an ego. He's just hungry.
Sometimes it's just not helpful to the team always,
Right.
But I don't think so. I think once, because Xabi Alonso, he played for Real Madrid most of his career. Like he knows how Real Madrid play and how to improve them, So, if once Xabi Alonso comes in, I don't think he'll have a problem coaching the team. I don't think he will. I think he'll do better than Carlo Ancelotti will.
Oh, he
Yes.
will 100%. But I just
If again talking about if we get Xabi,
Right.
So we might get someone else, but
I just don't feel like that's not gonna happen. He won't come out of retirement for Real Madrid. I just don't.
Retired.
He kind of is, yeah. He's sitting at a beach house in the Bahamas right now, soaking it up with a martini.
But isn't he coaching a team?
Is he? I don't think so.
Isn't he coaching like RB Salzburg?
I don't know. Or we could get David Beckham. No, but
I just don't
Yeah,
feel.
they have lots of big egos, and Mbappe has a big ego, but I feel like they have enough players that work for the team. Like you said, Bellingham, but Bellingham doesn't have an ego. You see, like, what I love about Bellingham is how he's a kind-hearted and he's willing to work and support the team. You see, anytime Real Madrid take a penalty, he's like, yeah, you got this. Vinicius Jr.
Every
missed.
team.
Who was the first person to come over there? And it's okay. It was Jude Bellingham. When the team loses, Jude Bellingham loses. When Jude Bellingham loses, the team loses.
Right.
You know?
But
He's a team player. I don't think Jude Bellingham has a big ego.
I think he has a big ego. 100%.
I don't think so. I don't think he does.
I think he does, but
I mean, he has a little bit of an ego, but he works enough for the team where it doesn't matter. Valverde, he works for the team.
okay, yeah, Valverde 100%. But I still feel
Rodrigo
like
works for the team.
the egos won't mash up like you guys would want it to, and
But
it
when
would
we do
mess
want it
things
to,
up.
it works. It works too well.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it works so
Like
well.
when it works insane.
Mhm.
But I
And
just don't feel like
And
that's
I
the
feel
case
like
this time.
as of right now, we're not that. Right. We started to figure it out, but Trey, we're okay. We're okay. But like we're not that right now. But as soon as we get there, this offseason is going to be crucial, and it's going to be really helpful. The team's going to start to mesh a little better. I don't think they'll fail next year.
I think
don't.
they will.
No, but last time Carlo Ancelotti left Real Madrid, a former Real Madrid midfielder came in, won 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
We're doing it again.
Xabi Alonso comes, a Real Madrid
Newsflash,
midfielder.
it's 2025, guys. Catch up.
Real Madrid midfielder comes in after Carlo Ancelotti, 3 Champions Leagues.
I don't think they're winning 3 Champions Leagues. I think they're winning 1.
3 Champions Leagues.
One in the last 3 years.
Five.
I think they're winning La Liga next year.
5 Champions Leagues in a row.
If Barca stay in the
If
form
they
they
get
are, no, they're
Xabi-
not.
If they get Xabi Alonso, and if they get Trent Alexander-Arnold, what's stopping them from winning the league?
Barcelona.
Think about every time that Barcelona has beat Real Madrid this season. What's been the problem?
Defense.
And who are we signing over? Who are we signing?
Trent?
Trent. Trent's a better defender
And we're
than
also
Lucas
getting
Vazquez.
Okay, I understand that, but Trent doesn't. He's better attacking-wise than he is defensive-wise.
What was so smart about Carvalho is that he was willing to run up and down the field, and make key passes. He was willing to get the ball off his feet into the midfield.
Right.
What does Trent do? He gets the ball off of his feet into the midfielder to the attackers,
Into
runs
the
up and down the
midfielders?
field. Well, maybe less than midfielders, but still, he gets it up the field.
I don't feel like he's a good defender. Attacking-wise, brilliant. Like, passing-wise, brilliant. Defensively, he's not it.
But he's better than Lucas Vazquez.
I could argue no. For defensively, no. Defensively, no. And coming from a Liverpool fan,
Coming from a Real Madrid fan, I've seen enough Trent and enough Lucas Vazquez to know
if you guys
Trent would help us more.
let me retract that statement. If you guys train Trent to be a better defender, he will be miles away from Lucas Vazquez.
He already is. It's not hard to beat.
I think it's close. I think it's close.
No, it's not. It's not even close.
I think it's somewhat close defensively. We're talking defensively.
They're both similar. They both really like to push up into the
Right.
field. The only difference is that Lucas Vazquez,
Trent's better. I'm saying that, but defensively, Trent might be slacking off just a little bit sometimes, and that's why I say that.
Well,
The thing with that is that if Trent if we get the offseason right, and he's willing to work hard,
Right.
learns how to fit the team, he'll be a better. He's already a better defender than because here's the thing, he's slacking off and not getting back on defense maybe as much as he should, right? But the problem with Lucas Vazquez is that he's getting there every time, and people are counting on him, and he's just not it.
Okay, I guess it could also be because Liverpool runs different tactics. We're very counterattacking based and possession based sometimes. And so when we need that counterattack, he's never there. And when we're keeping possession, he's always somewhere else off in his own world. So that's why I say that. But again, I could be wrong because I haven't seen much of Lucas Vasquez, if I'm being honest. I maybe watched like 2 games. But the games I have seen, he has not played the best.
If you watch Lucas Vasquez highlight reel, it's probably like a 30-second video. he doesn't do anything.
Well, I'm not saying that Lucas Vasquez is like the worst player in
Right.
Real Madrid history.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he tries too hard on wrong things, and when he's expected to try on something, he looks like he is, and then he just lets people down.
Okay,
You know,
yeah, that's fair.
Because he's decent at attacking, he's decent at dribbling. Honestly, Lucas Vasquez right wing honestly isn't terrible. But Lucas Vasquez right back is not what the Real Madrid side needs right now. What we need is a Trent, someone who's willing to control the ball. And once he learns how to fit the team, like everyone struggles when they first come into a new team because they're getting used to the new tactics and stuff like that. Happens to everybody. Doesn't matter if you're 6 years old and you just signed for some club team after rec. You will still struggle to fit the team. Mbappe did, Vinicius Jr. did. I'm not. Trent's definitely going to, but once they learn how to mesh, they could win the league.
Yeah, the thing is, they'll learn to mesh, but not as quickly as you think it'll be. That's my.
I'm thinking next year will be better than this year.
Oh, 100%. It'll be better, but it won't be the best.
But you say
no, it'll
Real
be better.
Madrid will have too many egos next season and will crumble.
It will be better. Better players. Bad team, if that makes sense.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Better players, better team, because they're going to learn how to mesh. I think that we're spending a lot of time on this. I think it's a fail.
You guys can fail it.
I'm
not gonna overturn it because I can't. It's 2-on-1, but I feel like there's gonna be too many egos.
Yeah, there's too many egos, but I think they won't crumble.
I don't think they'll crumble. I think they'll have a better season next year.
I don't think that. But
I think they'll have a better season.
Okay.
On to the next one. If Spurs didn't have Son, they would be in the relegation zone right now.
100%. If you don't raise your hand on that, I don't know who you are, but you need to
They don't have any good attackers.
They don't.
Son is genuinely the only person.
I guess they have Brennan Johnson. He's been kind of popping off. But Son is one of those people who you look to provide a goal for you, an assist for you, something for your team.
And they don't have anybody else to look to.
Right.
For most teams, if you don't have your key player, at least you can look to someone else.
Right.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
It's like my cat.
Yeah, I just feel like Son is just too good of a player. And
they lost to Brentford.
It's like, that statue of it's like in Despicable Me or something of the guys holding the pillars. I feel like that's Son.
Yeah.
Because they're getting whooped almost every game.
They have Kulusevski and Porro at their right back. And other than that, they don't have a standout player.
Right.
Van de Ven's overrated in my opinion.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he has a 6.8 this season, 2 assists from center back. Not terrible.
He was hyped up, I will be honest.
He's not. I think he's just a little overrated. I feel like he gets a lot of love.
That's true.
Lost to Forest.
I just still feel like Son is just too good of a player to not provide for the team.
Yeah.
Well, he does provide for the team, but the
Right.
problem is he's their only one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's the only one providing for them. Oh, shoot, we got a foot injury. Didn't know that. Yeah,
And then they tied Frankfurt and only beat them by 1-0 the next time. Lost to Forest 2-1. Lost to Wolves 4-2,
I think they need to sign a better midfielder and a better defender.
A right wing, too.
Right
wing. A right wing. Right wing 6.4
I
season.
think they're
doesn't have a goal
doing
or
a little
an
better.
assist.
Yeah.
But right now, Son is the only one holding them up.
Yeah.
He's the only reason they're not in the relegation zone right now.
Mm-hmm. I think it's been that way for the past few years, too.
Right.
Bale was really good for them. That was really key. They relied on him, He was easily their best player. He leaves, and I feel like they just never quite got it back. Like Son has amazing moments for sure, but one player's amazing moments isn't enough to bring up the whole team, you know.
Right.
So I think this is a fair hot take.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Still going for 3 for 5.
3 for 5. I mean, one
All right,
more.
let's see it. I don't think this one's gonna work out for you.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
not.
right.
Maybe not.
Arsenal will defeat PSG and will advance to the final.
100%.
Dude, you're just. I don't know what's happening up there, but there's something wrong.
Riddle me this. 3-0. Riddle me that. And you guys know what 3-0 means. You guys know it. How can you not support a team who just 3-0'd Madrid and is on fire right now?
And PSG, if they faced Real Madrid, I'm pretty sure would have also 3-0'd them.
Maybe a 2-0. 2-1.
Maybe a 3-0.
I don't think so. The way Arsenal battled and attacked you guys was remarkable. I don't think I've seen anything like it. You guys were in the dumps that game. I don't think I've seen Madrid at a lower place than that. Seriously.
Arsenal's year this year has been phenomenal. Like their
Phenomenal.
Champions League campaign, like it's like one of those magical moments for them. It's awesome.
It's insane, and I don't know how you guys are denying this.
Honestly, I'm just still deciding. I actually can't.
Arsenal-
I feel like
Arsenal
PSG
can and will beat PSG.
No, I feel like they could, but the thing is that but PSG has such solid players around the entire pitch.
And they have Saka back. Just remember that.
I know. I know they have Saka back.
Declan Rice. What's his name? Their center back. I'm blanking.
William Saliba.
Yeah. Saliba. Raya. The list goes on. And I don't know how you guys...
I'm an Arsenal fan.
No.
fan. I just don't know if they'll be PSG.
Okay, PSG, brilliant team. Do not get me wrong. Tactics, amazing. Attacking, amazing. They beat Liverpool. I get it. Arsenal are on too good of a hot streak right now to lose a game to a team like PSG. If they run their tactics right, they will beat them 100%.
No, they won't.
They will.
No. No, they won't.
Arsenal are the ultimate bottlers of the Champions League.
3-0. Just putting it out there.
I know. I understand. I'm not saying like, Arsenal's been terrible this season. No, I've been so happy with Arsenal this season. You know,
100%.
second, super solid. You know, obviously they're not beating Liverpool. You know, but like Liverpool's special this year. You know,
Right.
but I don't think
In two
they'll beat
ways.
PSG.
They might actually make it to the final and then lose in the final because they're really good at taking second.
They're really good at taking second.
See?
Maybe.
He's got the logic.
I don't know.
This is the logic I need. The way they just attacked Madrid, it was
I think it'll be a similar
insane.
game between Arsenal and Real Madrid.
Coming from a Liverpool. I haven't seen a better attacking performance against Madrid like that. Like
Of all time?
no, like this season.
This season?
I haven't seen more of a. It was like bloodshed out there. They were just boom.
Yeah, we get it.
Boom.
Yeah, we get it.
Boom. That's why I think they'll beat PSG. They've taken down one of the big Spanish giants, Madrid. They've taken down Bayern Munich.
I think it'll be a similar like type of battle between it was like PSG and Liverpool. I think it'll be a similar situation. I don't know. I'll go with whatever you guys think.
I think. Yeah, I
So
think
you
so.
think obviously Arsenal will
Obviously.
I could see it either way, and you don't. So is it up to me or is it up to Trey?
Because I don't.
So you don't think so? You think so?
I think so.
Paxton just wants a 3 and 5.
Just give me the 3 and 5, man. No, but in all seriousness, Arsenal is an amazing team, and I believe they can take down PSG.
I think it's possible. I think that's what will happen, though.
He is scrolling through his mind right now. He's like going through all the possibilities. He's like, Declan Rice banger. No. Saka banger. Maybe.
Oh, but like,
I don't think it'll happen.
thank you.
What?
I think it can. I don't think it will, though.
Oh, you're out of your mind. Okay. 2-5. Hey,
Thank you.
better than I thought I was gonna do, to be honest. I was gonna get a 0 on that. That's a tough one, bro.
It's gonna be so close, though.
It's gonna
Honestly,
be a good game.
if Arsenal win, I won't even be
You
mad.
better apologize to me.
I will.
Okay.
Well, do I even need to?
You heard it here first.
No. Do I even need to though? Because I don't even think I need to. Because
It is difficult to.
It's so close.
It's
in my
difficult
mind.
to decide.
Like to me, it's like 51% PSG, 49% Arsenal.
That's fair.
In my mind.
That's fair.
All right. So now we move on to mine. If Arsenal sign Victor Gyökeres, they will win the league.
Dude, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind, bro. No. No.
Maybe. PSG fell off. I mean,
Liverpool.
I'm still
fell-
stuck on the last question. If Liverpool don't do as good as they did this season, Arsenal will do that. If they
Which I don't
sign
think they will.
Gyökeres.
I don't
Can
think
ask you a question. In what world does Liverpool fall off next season?
in the world that Real Madrid signed Trent.
Trent hasn't been doing anything lately for them. What, he won the
Still a
game
key
against
player.
Leicester for them?
Still a key player though.
Key player,
you think
but he
about-
hasn't played for like the whole last month,
I-
and we're still getting
Okay,
results.
Mohamed Salah is having the best season of his career
100%.
this
Yeah,
season.
I totally
I don't
agree.
think he'll top it next year.
He may not top it, but he'll do maybe just as good as that. If he's still in his current form, 100%. 100%. And when we sign that striker, that forward, heck, we might be going for Julian Alvarez right now. Frick you! Frick you. Frick you. Heck, we're going for Julian Alvarez right now. I don't see a world where Liverpool falls off that hard. Where Arsenal goes ahead of them. I don't see a world.
Maybe it's not so much of a world as will Arsenal fall off. I think it might be a world of, will Liverpool fall off? I think it might be a world of will Arsenal do good. Yeah, because right now their
That's fair.
main and only problem is that they don't have a striker that can finish as well. They have Kai Havertz, but he's injured and is super inconsistent. But if they get Victor Gyökeres, who just can put in any chance and is willing to push people around up there, then you're good. Because Trossard has having to play striker a lot too, and Trossard is a great left wing. I want to see him start left wing instead of striker. We need a key striker, and you don't even have to say Victor Gyökeres. You could say Alexander Isak. You could say Wisa. You could say Mbueno.
You could. I think if
You could
these,
say Endrick.
if hypothetically,
Which
let's
is
put these two teams together next season, and say Arsenal signs Gyökeres and Liverpool signs Alvarez. I don't see a world where Gyökeres is going to throw off Van Dijk or Konate and the Liverpool team.
Yeah.
In all seriousness.
And they don't even have Ben White. Ben White is a key player for them. As soon as they could get Ben White back, and if he pops off and shows up next year,
Yeah, you could say a lot of
you
injuries.
could even put him at center back.
You could say a lot of injuries this season for Arsenal is why they're so terrible, which they're
Exactly.
not.
Trossard left wing.
Even
Victor
with
Gyökeres, right
even
wing Saka, that is one of the best front three in the entire Prem.
oh,
That, next year,
I agree.
if they
I
have
agree.
Victor Gyökeres,
Don't get me wrong, I agree.
that would be the best front three in the entire league.
I just don't see it.
I mean,
I'm just gonna say it like that. I just don't see it.
I think they won't take first, but I think they will do way better.
100%.
Well, they're in second,
Well, they'll get like more points.
They'll get more points, 100%. But Liverpool right now, they are out of this world in the Premier League. It's like we're watching Dexter right now, just going kill after kill. It's mental, and I don't think Arsenal will top that. In all seriousness,
but I think they could.
they could, but they won't.
Well, originally my question did say could. I did say will.
They could.
Could have, should have,
Okay.
woulda.
The chances
I think
are
they could. I think they could.
chances that they do win are maybe like a 10%. I no.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's a fail.
I think it's a fail.
I think it's a fail.
But they could.
But they won't.
Could
They won't.
and
Hey.
We're
They won't.
just hyping up Arsenal because they could beat PSG and how they could beat Real Madrid.
2 different teams. Actually, 3
Okay,
different
wait,
teams.
You ready? You ready for
PSG.
this? Liverpool beat Real Madrid 2-0. Arsenal beat them 3-0.
And?
That is one more point.
What kind of argument is that? What kind of argument is that? That's like saying I can't think of an analogy, but that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's a fail. But I think they could.
They won't.
But I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they could.
Int.
I'm saying they could.
Int.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they could.
Int.
Okay, bro. Okay, you ready? This one's a hot take. This one's sizzly.
Is it like hot?
It's gonna make your feet sweaty. It's 2 o'clock.
Oh, we're cooked.
One more.
Okay.
Harry Kane would be a top 5 striker of all time if he had a good trophy cabinet.
he already is a top 5 striker
Wait.
of all time.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, maybe not of all time. This generation, he's already a top.
Are we
5
talking this generation?
striker.
This generation, he's a top 5 striker of all time. If he had a good trophy cabinet, he'd be top 5 for sure. Karim Benzema, he's a top 5 striker because he has a good trophy cabinet. Harry Kane is honestly a better goal scorer than Karim Benzema, but Karim Benzema's over him because Karim Benzema's won more. Harry Kane's going to win his first trophy this season. He's going to win the Bundesliga. And I feel like if he had maybe 2 Champions Leagues to his name, maybe a Ballon d'Or,
And
he's already got some golden
one.
boots. Yeah, exactly.
A
And
couple Puskasses, maybe. Just throwing it out there.
a couple. A Pukasus would be good enough,
Pukasus.
Like give him a few Champions Leagues and he'd be top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
He's
I can
just
see
a
that.
key finisher. You think of best strict finishers of all time, you cross another box, who's the best at finishing it? You think of obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. You think of right now, not some of all time, but Victor Gyökeres, but another all time is Harry Kane. Lewandowski.
Yeah, you could throw his name in there. You could also
Harry Kane.
throw
Lewandowski, I feel like Lewandowski and Harry Kane, that's a closer debate than people think. But I feel like the only reason why Lewandowski could be widely considered better is because Harry Kane doesn't have any trophies.
Harry Kane kind of
I
got
feel like
robbed at Spurs there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Him-
He should have
He
been
should have
sold
moved so earlier.
way
Him
earlier.
staying at Tottenham he just killed his career.
Simple as that.
Go to Bayern earlier, maybe move to a Spanish giant too.
Heck,
Atletico
yeah.
Madrid, even Barcelona.
Heck, maybe even throw him at like City or something. Like seriously.
Exactly. You throw him at a better team, maybe Arsenal should sign Harry Kane.
Freaking brushing up on my leg like a creep.
Yeah, you just say that because we're on camera and you like it.
Yo! Yo! That is homo.
But I think Harry Kane could be top 5 of all time if he had a decent trophy cabinet.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a pass. He's like,
I'll take a pass. I'll take it. We have time for one more. That one only took 2 minutes.
doesn't it go 2:15?
Yeah, we have till 2:15.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet we'll do another one. Florian Wirtz is the best center attacking midfielder of the 24-25 season.
Hold on.
I did.
Hold on. I'm trying to scroll
Okay,
through
fine.
my brain.
Okay, fine. We'll do the other one.
Oh,
the other
okay.
one then, because he's mad at me that I skipped one on my list. Eden Hazard is in the top 5 best left wingers of all time.
No.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
He was good for maybe 2 seasons at Chelsea.
Prime Chelsea. How long was he at Chelsea for? 2, 3 seasons? When he moved on, That's
Prime
when he fell
Eden
off.
has. Okay, I'm gonna change it a little bit then.
No, you can't
Prime
change your
Eden
odds.
Hazard?
No, we're not changing that.
No.
We're not changing that. That's a fail. Simple as that.
But
Is he even playing?
No, he's retired.
no, he's retired. Scary.
Oh shoot, 7 years. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's 7 years. You
Yeah.
guys are clowning on him. It's been 7 years. 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years and 110 goals.
Hey, but the thing with the left
He's
wing
got
is
a
that
point.
you don't. The key role of a left winger is not to score all the goals possible.
100%. I totally agree, but
Their main role is to get the ball up the field, pass into the middle, and advance the ball.
I do feel if
And
he had
Eden Hazard is one of the best players to do that of all time. He's one of the top 5 best dribblers of all time. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. You know?
yeah, I can see that.
He can dribble any defender. You put him up against prime any defender, and he has a chance of beating them in a 1v1. And he really does. Yeah, he does.
I feel
Like,
everyone has a chance at beating him.
Everyone has
Yeah.
a chance, but Eden Hazard has a good chance. He's good like that. He's just smart. He knows when to pass, and he knows when to dribble. And that is what you want a left winger to do. Yes, he hasn't scored the most goals. Yes, he hasn't. What?
If he had better teammates to play with and assist and help out, I would consider him a top 5 winger. However, he did not have those options, which is why I say no.
Well, he didn't have those options.
Don't
but
get me wrong, he's a good player alone. But in order for a winger to work, he has to put in crosses. He has to put in passes for the forwards.
And that's what
and
he
I
did.
don't-
It's just he just didn't have the forwards to do that.
Exactly, which
If
is
he has
why
if he had the forwards to do that, say, just think about it in a different world. If he had teammates that finish, because we shouldn't dox Eden Hazard because he didn't have good teammates that could finish.
well, we're doxing Harry Kane for not having any trophies.
Well, that's different because the hot take was about him having trophies. This was not about having him trophies. This was about Eden Hazard's role specifically. And he was great at doing his job. He didn't have anyone to finish it. He didn't have anyone to finish the job. But he was there. He did his part. And he did it well almost every single time.
I wouldn't say well. I'd say good. I wouldn't say well.
Aren't they not like the same thing?
No, well's just a little better than good on the list.
Well,
You have like perfect, you have pretty good, then you have well, and then you have good.
look up Sergio Ramos. I want to see something.
you want to see if he has more goals? 76 games.
So we have 110. Write this down.
165 goals for Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard.
But he played so many more games.
But he's also a center back.
Yeah, he's got a point. I just don't feel like Hazard.
I
would
feel
be
like
a
him
top
moving
5
to Real
winger.
Madrid was not a smart thing.
Yeah.
That was not the play for him. He moved to a very passing-based team. Like
Right.
Real Madrid is a very
And
passing
he was
control-based
he was
team.
old.
And Eden
I'm just gonna
Hazard,
throw it out
he
there.
was
He was
getting
old.
older, and he went to a passing-based team when he's a dribble-based player. You know, I don't think that was a smart move. I think that he should have moved from Chelsea early on to a team that fit his play style, like PSG. PSG would fit his
100%.
play style great. If he went to PSG instead of Real Madrid, he would have shined, right? But I just think Eden Hazard is so good at doing his job. He was so good at doing his job. He went under the radar.
Yeah.
He's not known for being a huge goal scorer because at Chelsea that wasn't his job. That wasn't his job as much.
I don't think he is. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't think so.
Because there's like Thierry Henry,
You have
Ronaldo.
so many wingers to choose from. Messi.
Messi's a right winger.
Oh my bad.
That
Gareth
is
Bale.
bad.
Gareth Bale's
He's a right
also a
winger.
right winger
Frick. Actually, he did play left wing at Tottenham.
for like 2 seasons.
2 seasons,
And then
3
he
seasons,
went
4
to Madrid,
seasons.
played right wing the entire time, came back.
Forced to
Tottenham,
right
and
wing.
played right wing the entire time.
Honestly,
I thought he played left wing.
After he came back, he played
we're
right
gonna
wing.
have a hot take of a hot take.
Oh,
Vinny
no.
Jr. has had a better career than Eden Hazard.
No,
not yet.
absolute.
He will have a better.
He will.
career than you.
The trajectory he's going on, I don't think he will.
He had peaked last season. I think last season will be his peak of his entire career.
No.
Champions League, La Liga. He literally won the treble. He won everything.
He won, or he got started, right? He started starting the games for Madrid. First couple seasons, brilliant. First couple of seasons, brilliant. Now, does he produce like Eden Hazard did? I think not. And even then, Eden Hazard is out of the top 5. I don't think he'll have a better career than Eden Hazard.
Will be in the top 5 best.
He won't even be in the conversation at that point, I feel.
Yeah.
Right now he is, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when we're 100 years later, when we're talking about best wingers, his name will not pop up.
Or even 50 years.
50 years maybe. Yeah, I don't think his name will
50
pop
years,
up.
will we be talking about Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Will we be
100%.
talking about Messi?
100%.
We're talking about Pele, and both Ronaldo and Messi are better than Pele. Will we be talking about Ronaldinho? Probably.
100%.
Will we be talking about Eden Hazard? Maybe. You know, those who
There's
got
possibility,
watching.
right?
He was before
Vinny?
a lot of people's generation.
No.
But
Yeah.
Vinny,
Absolutely not.
he has to do really good. I feel like he's just.
He has to put up numbers
I feel like
in
he's
these
more
next seasons.
inconsistent than people like to admit. People are always seeing his highlights and stuff, but the thing is, like, he's not doing that every game. The thing with Ronaldo, you see his highlights, like scoring free kicks, scoring pens, tapping it in. He's doing that every single game. You see Messi beating his man highlights. He's doing that every single game. You see Vinicius Jr. nutmeg Dortmund.
Maybe that
he's
was
not doing that every single game.
once or
That
twice
was awesome.
a season.
That was really good. One of the greatest dribbles ever in the past 2 years. But he's not doing it a lot.
100%. What was I gonna say? The amount of glaze Vinny receives is too much for him to receive, if that makes sense.
People talk too big a game about him.
Vinny,
I'll do it 10 more years in a row if I have to. I don't think so.
He has to throw up an amazing miracle couple of seasons in order to even be talked about in the next 10
Hazard
years.
was a legendary player. Like, he's legendary.
100%.
You know? Top 5 might have been maybe a little too much, but I feel like we could all agree he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Left wingers of all time, easy.
Top 10. I could see that.
Name 9 other 10 other.
He
left
would
wingers
scrape.
above him.
He would scrape at least 7.
I want to hear him.
Okay. Ronaldo.
Mhm.
Okay.
1.
Why is Ronaldinho?
He was an
Neymar.
attacking mid. I guess
But
he
he
kind of
played
was a winger
left
at
wing.
AC Milan. Who?
Neymar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hot take.
Ribery. Or
No.
Or was it Robin that played left? Can't remember which one.
It doesn't even matter.
No.
If we're talking Robin on the left, no. Robin, he was a generational player. Throwing that out there. He changed up the game when he won. He's put up so many highlights. It's insane.
He changed the way wingers play.
He's too monumental to not be in the top 10. That's my hot take.
Yeah.
Off of this hot take, off that hot take.
Okay, so say we even
Yeah,
give
keep
you that
going.
one.
Keep
Say
going.
We even give you that one.
Keep going.
Okay. Why am I blanking? I have like 15 wingers that I thought were like really good, but now I have like 2.
I'll give you some ideas.
Yeah. Give him some ideas.
Cristiano Ronaldo. There. Eden Hazard at 24th is
Yeah.
a little low.
That's pretty low. Go to the top 10. Just curious.
Yeah, Thierry Henry.
Right? Duh.
Eden Hazard above him. Not above him.
Not above
So Cristiano
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldo number 1. Makes sense. Ronaldinho 2. Makes sense. 3. I have no idea.
Revelinho, I'm pretty sure he played for. Who was it?
No.
He's Brazilian. I know that.
Yeah, and he won the World Cup, but I don't.
I can't remember what
I
club he
don't
played
think he's
for.
better than Eden Hazard.
I remember. I think I've seen a highlight
Thierry
of him, and
Henry,
he's pretty
I'll
good.
give you that one. Eden Hazard's better than him. Eden Hazard's better than him.
Nedved?
Ribery I'll give you that one. Ryan Giggs, I'll give you that one. Eden Hazard is better than him.
Who is he?
And I would say Eden Hazard is close to Ryan Giggs. Close.
He is pretty close to Ryan Giggs, if I'm being
Eden
honest.
Hazard, okay, say top 10, he's in the top 10.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's top 10. I think the highest he could get, though, is like a 6. Maybe.
The highest possible, yeah, is a 6.
Because you have so many star-studded wingers.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Trey, I just don't think that's going to work for you, dog.
Okay, I guess.
Well, that's our last one for today. Thank you for watching. If you made it through the whole thing, please comment, like, and subscribe. It helps us out a ton.
Comment, please.
Yeah, we
They
need people.
can't.
We really want the
Yeah,
comments.
they can. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you next week. Tell us if
Toodles.
you agreed or disagreed with these hot takes. Let us know.